Mm. Listen up, this is Saquon breaking all the noise. The male's perspective on the mic, bring the truth and poise. There was never a gender war till men grabbed that mic. Defending was real, cutting fluff, no need to psych. No more bad deals in love, searching for feminine grace, friendly hearts and honest talks. A better kind of chase. From the male's perspective, hear the side they never told. Rest in peace to Kevin Samuels, the godfather. The bold women spoke on Jerry Springer, Ricky Tonight stage. Now the men rise up to turning a fresh new page.
Bros ain't sex hacks, there's lines we won't cross. Men just want some peace in a world so often lost. Giving credit where it's due to men and women alike. Honest voices brought to light in this truthful fight.
No more silence, no more shadows. Men lifting their name, breaking down viral clips, shifting the game. Say one history's here with clarity in mind. The male's perspective shines, turning wrongs to right. The male's perspective, delivering the right. No fluff, no emotion, just truth and clear sight. Together we move forward into the light. Samuels, the godfather, bold women spoke on Jerry Springer, Ricky Tonight stay. Other men that rise up to turning a fresh new page. This is a moment.
What's going on, you guys? This is your boy Say One's History. You are watching The Mills Perspective. As always, you guys, please make sure that you like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. That way you're updated for all cool new content that's coming out. Look, I've been away for a while. I've been trying to actually take care of a lot of other things I got going on in my life here, but I'm going to get tight. I'm going to get my stuff tight, you guys. First and foremost, I want to give appreciations and shots out to those people supporting and helping your boy. So definitely shouts out to Jay from More the Life. Shouts out to Jay from the Black Filipino TV. Please make sure you check that brother out. He was very hospitable when I actually went over to the Philippines, and I got nothing but respect and love for that brother right there. The other one too is O'Shea Duke Jackson for actually showing love and actually, posting the stuff on his actual Reddit page on YouTube. So shouts out to him. I appreciate that too. Now, with that being said, you guys, we are going to get into a very, very controversial conversation here. It's going down. It's definitely going down. And the reason I say it's going down in particular, you guys, is because I was actually watching a clip, and I've been, staying up to date on this Anton Daniels and Corey Holcomb thing, you guys. And I came across a clip from Anton Daniels, right? And he was talking about how people in America, specifically black people, are lazy, right? And we've all heard this trope. We've all heard this stereotype about black people and just Americans in general being lazy, and how the foreigner can come over to America and outwork the American man, just, in seemingly doing it, with no assistance or help. And I'm here to tell you, this is not true. This is not the way it works. Actually, what ends up happening is you actually have this happening in America with foreigners coming over to the States. And then you also have this with expats. And what expats are, if you guys don't know, are men who actually travel overseas. These guys are starting businesses as well too. And a lot of people don't know that, because all they hear, the only thing that they actually know, is what they hear on YouTube, social media, Facebook, TikTok. And what ends up happening, you guys, is there's this myth that's formed and nobody ever challenges it. So with that being said, I want to play this clip first for you guys. And I just want to play this coming from Anton Daniels' mouth, and him actually talking about essentially foreigners coming over here and doing it better. Exactly what I was just saying. So without further ado, let's play the clip, and I'll be back with you guys in just a second. Let's go.
Interesting things
with Americans, but specifically, let's just talk about black people, because I noticed this thing. Black people don't really unite until they can find a European enemy. Black immigrants don't respect people that are traditionally born in America, especially black people that were born in America. They work relentlessly, eat, sleep, grind, hustle, and go and get it. So when they finally get over into America and they see the opportunities that's presented to them over there, it ain't nothing that Americans can do. You trying to figure out how to work 40 hours and then go to sleep, and you can't even wake up in order to get to your job that you work from home for. You can't even make the meeting on time.
Okay, so again, shouts out to O'Shea Duke Jackson. But with that being said, is he right, you guys? Well, to a degree, yes, he is right. But here's the actual caveat to all this, everything he actually said. The caveat is that you're not getting regular schmegular foreigners that are actually coming over to America, generally speaking, that are being successful. These people who are coming over to America have, one, saved enough money, put enough capital up, invested, probably have some plan, have some education about them, actually have a skill that is very attractive to businesses specifically in America. So they come with an edge. They actually come with some type of benefit, and it allows them to create a market for themselves. Let me tell you another thing too. Like, if a Filipino or let's just go ahead and say an African man comes over from Africa, he knows his people are actually going to need something. There's something that a normal American would not know about a specific African man. And there's a demographic for that here. And if he knows something that a African man from Africa actually likes, let's just go say Nairobi, and he offers that, not only does he have insider information, he's able to distribute that on probably a large mass and actually make money. And it's the same thing over in these other countries, you guys. There's so many different reasons why when a person goes over to another country, they essentially do better. And I want to read you guys this because I found it interesting um, when I actually read this. So let me go ahead and bring it up here because I want to show you guys here what I am talking about. So here it goes. So I asked ChatGPT about this, and why is this narrative there? And so it says, I hear you. It's frustrating when complex economic realities get boiled down to a lazy versus hardworking trope. What you're describing is actually a classic case of selection bias, okay? The people who have the grit, resources, and skills to move across the globe, whether entering or leaving the U.S., are rarely the average representative of their home country. You hear that? You hear what he just said? These people that are coming over, whether from the United States or coming from another country, these are not your regular schmegular people. Okay? I'm going to let him continue. Let's keep going. He says, there we go. They are the go-getters by definition. They capture the nuance while still making for a clickable YouTube video. And then it says the myth-busting angle. Let me actually go down a little bit more. So that's essentially it. It's basically just saying that there is a difference between a regular person that is staying in the Philippines, a regular person that is staying in America, and a person who is going to get it from a different country going to America, and a person leaving America. I told my wife when I was in the Philippines, I think it was the first time I got there, you guys, and there was no real Mexican foods there. And I was just thinking to myself, me loving Mexican food, I was like, man, we can make a killing here. We can make a killing here. And it's just because, I'm from California. There's Mexican places everywhere. And there's real authentic Mexican places, here in the States. And I know how to make that stuff. And I was just like, man, we can make a killing here starting a business over this way. So it's all just basically a perspective. And this trope that Anton Daniels, was actually trying to display, that all black people, all American people are lazy. Average American people are just going to go about their daily lives. We only see the foreigners that are coming over, that are the go-getters, that are, pulling themselves up by their bootstraps and doing what they're supposed to do. We're not seeing the average foreigner that's living in Thailand, Africa, the Philippines, and things like that. It's very, very similar, you guys. With that being said, I wanted to actually show you what I'm talking about, give you an example of this actually happening in the Philippines. There's a gentleman that Jay actually interviewed, and he went over to the Philippines and sold lemonade, you guys. I'm going to let him tell this story. I'm going to let him tell his story. Let me go ahead and bring this up here, and we're going to get into it. Bear with me for 1 second, you guys. So here we go. I believe I found it. Let's get into it, you guys. Let's go. Let me go and rack this up.
Like, they start in the morning And there's a line.
There's a line.
And that line stays there until I said that meat. I was
When a crew is absent, I go in.
the 7% profit.
Profit. In
Margin.
one product, yeah.
At 3 working. We kept hiring more. Having
They
to
sold
hire more
650 cups in a
in
day.
one day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we sold like 30,000 in one day.
Yeah. Don't
Wow.
lose a customer.
Don't ever.
Yeah.
Never let nobody walk away.
Shouts out to Jay, man. Let's get into it.
When we got married, we were like, what are we gonna do after marriage, right?
Yeah, yeah.
You know, after the wedding.
Mm-hmm.
So we're like, let's do business. And it's not something like we need to make money and we need this and that and that. It's just like a big project for both of us.
Yeah.
So we're like, so what business would it be? So that's when we were actually preparing for the wedding.
Promise that it's not gonna be perfect, but we and I will do everything to make it work. Do everything each and every single day.
And this is another thing that I was thinking about talking about, you guys, about doing anything and everything to make it work. And we just don't see that here in America. And that's another reason why men just aren't really dealing with American women anymore. But I digress. Let's keep rolling.
You know, shame about it. I love my wedding gown. So
It's a nice gown.
yeah. So we're sourcing all of our invitations and all of the little things, in a wedding.
Yeah, but it was when I was going back for Weston's funeral.
Yeah.
When
We were like,
saw that lemonade stand. And I love lemonade.
Well,
and I had never seen lemonade in the Philippines. I'd only been here.
but we were thinking like maybe shawarma, maybe
Yeah.
this or that. And
Oh
that.
yeah, I was clocking those former businesses. I was studying them because what's the one that was in Malolos? Persian Avenue.
Persian Avenue. Yep.
Yeah.
You know that stand.
We
Yep.
love it.
Yeah.
I studied them, man, and I was like, they stole.
But hold on. You see what I'm talking about, you guys? He actually saw a need for something in the Philippines that they didn't have. And we're not talking about no regular smegular orange juice. He's making, a very simplified orange juice, but it's his own recipe and he has a standard to it. I'm not going to steal his thunder. Let's keep going.
In the morning, and there's a line. And that line stays there until I said that meat. I was doing everything. Their inventory. I had to do it all on the slide.
Yep.
I'd bring her there and take pictures, and you see the guy mean mugging because it's like they knew what I was doing.
Yeah.
Because people were trying to do it to our business, and I was doing the same kind of thing.
Yeah.
But so we were thinking about that. And I have a friend that's from the Middle East, and she has all these good recipes. I was like, okay, we got to do that. But I don't know what swayed us. I think they weren't franchising. I wanted that franchise.
Yeah. We were
And that's when I said, man, I'll just do my own. Because they were like, no, it's just a family business
Yeah.
at that
Oh.
point. But so that's when I was talking to my friend and saying, well, give us these recipes. But it was very expensive. And the inventory was, it turned over really fast. You're cutting up all those tomatoes and things. It spoils. So I'm like, I don't know about that. So it wasn't until that trip I was taken back to the U.S. from my friend that passed away. And, I saw that lemonade thing and I tasted it and I was like, all right, this is kind of good. I said, but,
We can do
I said, I went back the next day and I tried it again and it was different.
Yeah.
And that's when I knew there was something there.
Ooh.
It was different the first day and not the second
No
day.
recipe.
And I said,
Yeah, they just winging it.
I said,
Yep.
okay, if we can come up, I said, for one thing, I love lemonade. And I'm like, you know what? I can build a better lemonade stand. Yes, I can do a better.
A lemonade.
And
Like,
guys, you know what he's talking about?
hold on.
That's
I
standard.
got to stop this for
It
a
happens
second.
a lot of times.
Hang on.
It happens with a lot of restaurants out here.
Hang on. I got to stop this. Let's talk this through for a minute. This is the lemonade stand, you guys. This is something, that you see on TV, back in the day in the 90s and 80s, when the kid would be outside in front of their mom and dad's house in America, and you would see them making fresh squeezed lemonade, and they would be making money, or sometimes they wouldn't make any money. This is the simplicity of his idea. is what I'm trying to display to you. But even with it being simple, he actually saw that there was a need for it. And what he did is he actually took advantage of his insider knowledge, knowing how good lemonade can actually be, if he actually perfected it and made a recipe for it and understood that there was a need and that there was a market out there for it. And because he was able to have that inside knowledge, he was able to make however much money. But I know it was a lot. He literally said that he ended up making the cost of what it was for him to be in the mall, because he was in the mall where he had his stand. The cost of what he has to pay to have his stand in the mall, he said he made that in 2 days. 2 days, you guys. And everything else was profit. So what I'm trying to say to you guys, straight up and down, is this whole thing about Americans being lazy. Yes, there are Americans that are lazy here in America. Absolutely. Just like there are Filipinos that are lazy in the Philippines. Just like there are Africans that are lazy in Nairobi. Just like there are Thai people that are lazy in Thailand. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. And what you normally see when you're in a country, whether it be America or whether it actually be the Philippines, is you usually see the cream of the crop coming over to these countries. And unfortunately, Americans only see the cream of the crop coming from other countries. And what's happening, it creates a narrow view, a narrow perception of what it is that these actual foreigners that are coming from these other countries are. They are exceptional, but they have regular smuggler people in their country just like we do. Okay? Y'all get it? Y'all understand what I'm trying to say? So this narrative, I think that Anton was trying to actually go ahead and display, I just thought it was false. I hear it a lot. I hear a lot of people chatting about it, and it's just not real, you guys. It's not. So with that being said, I just wanted to go ahead and post up, do that show for you guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. Of course, as always, man, make sure that you like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. This way, of course, you're updated for all cool new content. I love you guys so much. I appreciate you. Keep rocking with your boy. We're going to get more stuff out there, and I will holla at you later. Holla, holla. Holla, holla. Peace, you guys. You've made it to the end of this video, which basically means that we're best friends now. And best friends subscribe to best friends channels. And they like their videos too. So, I mean, I don't make the rules. It is what it is. You got to take that up under the Best Friend Act, code -7223-002. Write a subscription and subscribe.
Cutting emotions off the floor, bad deals in love. Now we're done with the strife. Seeking feminine and friendly, a real partner for life. This is the male's perspective. Truth in every directive. Say one his story, keeping it reflective. Rest in peace, Kevin Samuels, the Godfather's legacy. Men stepping up, defending our dignity. Women spoke on Jerry Springer, Ricky Lake for years. Expressed their opinions loud, now it's time we appear to set the record straight. No more sitting in fear, real talk from men. The message crystal clear. Passport bros ain't sex pats, there's a difference to make. Men just want peace, not drama fake. Credit to the men and the women who deserve respect. Together we rise, no need to deflect. This is the male's perspective. Truth in every directive. Say one his story, keeping it reflective. Rest in peace, Kevin Samuels, the Godfather's legacy. Men stepping up, defending our dignity.